a fuck what anybody else thinks about it. Let's do this. How's it going, G freaks and sci-fi fanatics? This is Daniel, the Sci-Fi Sentry, always keeping it raw, always keeping it real, and I'm back post G-Fest with another raw and real figure review. And as you can see, it is for Titanic Creations Titanicus. He is pretty much the mascot, the main man, the top kaiju for Titanic Creations. And like I said, this is post G-Fest. I decided to snag this bad boy because the G-Fest experience and just seeing a lot of Titanic Creations comic books, posters, just their overall stuff, it just lit up a fire in me. And especially seeing the costume parade main costume, which was, in my opinion, Titanicus. So I'm doing this review because I also want to keep busy, because there's so much stuff going on with me right now, and keeping busy is the best way to just keep my mind on the straight and narrow. So I'm going to start off with just the design, because he's very unique, and Titanic Creations hasn't been around very long. So just gonna start off with the scales and his color, the grayish skin, the scales, and then the eyes are very small, like very small. But for just the price and for the sculpt, this is a great pickup. Like, for real. Like, if anybody is a real true kaiju fan, they'll snag Titanicus. And let me just twist it around. And now I'll go on to his plates, the horn, the plates on top, and then the huge plate in the back, which looks, of course, like an iceberg, and that's where his backstory pretty much comes from. And yeah, there we go. Yeah, just that's really good detail, man, for a toy manufacturer that's hasn't been around for a while. And yeah, look at those plates, and the tail plates or spikes look amazing. Yeah, that's really detailed, like for real. And yeah, skin in the front, his chest, abdomen, legs, arms. It's just overall it's great. It's really good. And even on the bottom, let's look on the bottom. There you go. Yeah, there is that little crease on the bottom, but that's what makes this figure and Titanicus sit flush. And that's what I like about this figure, that it's totally flush. And there you see the Titanic Creations logo. And yeah, the detail is just great for the price and for the fact that Titanic Creations hasn't been around for a while. And this he's been around for a good amount of time, but I was just really taken by the G-Fest experience, and I could have bought him there, but yeah, if people knew, I only took a tote bag because I had to keep myself in check. But I did end up ordering him from directly Titanic Creations, and it was a good price. And I don't feel bad about it at all. No regrets at all. Titanicus looks great. Now let me see the inner mouth and his teeth. That looks good. For other figures I've seen, that's great detail, especially inside the mouth. Just having a hard time getting him to focus. There we go. Yeah, but the teeth look great. I will post some pictures too, just in case. And yeah, Titanicus looks phenomenal, especially for Titanic Creations not being around so long. And I'm thinking about getting Nosferadon, because OmniViewer, I saw his review of Nosferadon, and I read the comic. Actually, let me get that real quick. Yes, here it is. Thank you to my brother, my kaiju brother, my fam, Kevin Lambert, and everybody else who just gave me gifts at G-Fest. Let me put that to the side. And here is the comic that my friend Kevin Lambert got me, called Titanic Creations Soul War. It's a good read, a great read. I read the whole comic. It's fantastic, and I am now truly a fan of Titanic Creations. And there you have it, my quick raw and real review for Titanicus. And let me just get to his articulation. I just barely took him out of the box. I got him yesterday and I just barely took him out. And very limited articulation. Mostly just the legs and the arms move. The jaw doesn't move, the head doesn't move. But it's a great sculpt, especially the detail. And you guys know me, I'm all about detail. I don't care much for articulation. And I just love the fact that he stands flush. There we go. He's totally flush. On his hind legs, yeah, that looks great. Titanicus looks awesome, and I am not one bit displeased. I really do, for just the sculpt and for the fact that Titanic Creations hasn't been around at all. Like, pretty much, this is a great figure and a great collectible. And before I finish, I wanted to give another shout out to my brother Walter Ross for just getting me this gift, which I did deny him 3 times until he was literally gonna punch me in the face. I got this Showa Gauss, and he's about at least 7 inches. And it's hard to get him in, but there's just quick detail. It's one of the old school Bandai figures, and my brother Walt got it for me, and I just want to show it off, you know, last minute for my post G-Fest raw and real figure review. And there you guys have it. I would suggest you guys pick up, or if you haven't already, pick up the comic for Soul War by Titanic Creations, and it has all of the main kaijus that they have created. And yeah, this is a great figure, and hopefully I'll get Nosferadon in the future, but I'm still thinking about it because money's tight right now, especially after G-Fest, which just drained me. So I hope you guys have a good weekend. This is Daniel, the Sci-Fi Century, always keeping it raw, always keeping it real. I hope you guys have a good weekend. This is my post G-Fest raw and real review for Titanic Creations Titanicus, and I am out.